Polarization, polarization, polarization. Looking for polarization, looking for notes to take. 2.5. It's hard to polarize this. This is all middling. Looking to play polarized. Can we polarize this? No, this is a middling hand. We're going to play the middling ranges. We're going to check our king high. We're going to call with our king high. We're not looking to polarize this. He bets how much? 5. We're going to call with king high. Okay. He was looking for me to check raise him on the river. And he was going to call a bet or a raise. That's fine though. This is like hard to polarize this. So we're actually going to make a very strategic fold because we're playing a polarized range. But if we become exploitable, we will have to play back some of the times. We're not going to be folding to the min bet continuously. So there's that. So this is all middling ranges. Again, for the most part, we're not looking to play these. But that means we're going to fold too much to his raises. And that's going to become problematic. We're looking for polarizable hands. Here we go. This is a polarizable hand. Huh. We'll do this. No heart. Yeah, we're playing a middling range. Here we could call a small bet. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it. I like the beginnings of this. Polarizing the range and then showdown value. Here I think we'll have to play this middling hand because otherwise we'll be folding too much. But already this is making us a tough opponent. That's a middling range. So for the most part we're not going to be betting. Now we're polarized. Now we're very polarized. So we'll see. Maybe he'll check raise here. Bet out. See, we're polarizing our range. This is so great. Yes, this is working. This is so working. I love it. Wow. What a discovery. To polarize or to airize. Again, a middling hand. Wow, understanding middling hands. Understanding why not to bet them. Understanding why to polarize them. Wow. We're keeping the pot small. So some of the times, obviously, they're going to outdraw us. Like by making a 10. But we're going to be checking a lot. And we're going to be polarizing a lot. So here, I don't know. I think we're beat, actually. I actually think we're beat. Here. So we're going to pay him off but I'm doing this strategically. I know we're gonna be beat a lot of the times. Yeah. So I was right. Strategically, I did that. Okay. So what is happening? Oh, it's us. Let's make a polarizable situation here. We're not going to be continuation betting here as much. And then here I think is the situation where we make a delayed c-bet and it'd be difficult for him to call it. I think he has a speed. So do we make a... No. Okay. We just screwed up at the balance of our range. We should have followed through on the river. Three, 4, 6. We have to bet this. We have air. Okay, and we're gonna have to give up. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think that we should have given up straight on the flop when we did not polarize. And we didn't have a gutter to allow us to bet strongly 3 streets. So we gotta have a better sense of direction. I think I'm being distracted by this obs thing. Okay, a middling hand allows us to call a bet. I don't know if we're going to be... Yeah. Okay. Middling hands, huh? They're trouble. So once we figure out a polarizing range, now we're going to try to balance our middling hands. Somehow protect them. Okay. Here we're going to be 3-betting. Ace 10 is a monster in heads up. Probably would not be 3-betting a early position raiser. I'm playing my cards pretty face up, I guess. Checking ace high. And he's going to be making a bet now of 11. Okay. King Jack. Calling 10. Okay. King Jack. We'll see. Middling hand. We should fold that more. Alright, come on. Alright, so I'm kind of disorganized now. Kind of lost. I lost my sense of direction. Like, is this a polarizing hand or not? Are we giving up on the flop? Are we gonna bet 2 streets for value? Yeah, see? So he's gonna have trouble betting into us as a bluff because of the fact that we're checking so much. The last time I did this, I gave up on the flop. Yes, this is good. So the last time I did this, I gave up on the flop. I hope he made a queen. He could check raise me here. I mean, he could raise me here. I'm still going to be value betting. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8 jack just got there. Very polarized. Huh. I don't know if I played that right. I mean, by betting it that way, I am stating that I had a straight, and that wasn't true. I'm going to be 3/4 betting the river as well. Because that's just the polarized range that I'm repping. Yeah, this is really great to rep a polarized range. And then these middling hands and these weak hands, we're just not going to be playing strongly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is this strong enough as a gutter? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to do 2 streets? I don't know. I'm gonna not do it. I'm gonna give up. Unless I check raise him. Do I want to check raise him? Yes, I do. It's about time. I would have if I didn't make a 2. Is he waiting for me to check raise him? I think I should call him, even though I'm behind. I know I'm behind, but I want to see if he has a jack. Yeah, he does have a jack. So that was well played by him. So we're thinking on an entirely different level now. We understand polarization, or we're beginning. No, I can't say we understand polarization. This is a credible place to make a continuation bet, even with our middling hand. Okay. 6, 7, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe we're giving up here now. I don't think we could rep the ace. I think he's going to rep the ace. And then we're going to challenge him on it. He's going to call, which is fine. Yeah, no, this is very good. This is the battle. This is the battle. I'm very actually glad that this is happening. This is really cool because we are playing a polarized range with a full different understanding of what's going on. Yep, this is very, very cool. I like this. Not over aggro. And then polarize our aggro. I like this. We're polarizing. And we're being a little impatient. We are going to polarize and just get it in. Or are we giving up? Nope. We're just gonna be polarizing. Okay, and that's fine. Because in those times that we Wait, I only have to call 19? Alright, let's call it. Okay, and that's fine. Okay, so we are going to we're polarized there, see? So it's hitting rough patches because we're new at this, or learning. Like this here is not a polarizing hand. This actually plays poorly post-flop. So okay. No, that was very good actually. I know we're hitting rough patches because we're still learning how to do this polarizing thing. We're not doing it very well. But we're cutting our teeth here. Here I think it's time for three bets. Okay. We're going to be bluff catching here. Huh. Okay. Alright, we're hitting some rough patches. You know. It's hard to figure out how to balance the three betting range and the polarization. Haven't figured it out yet. Okay. Don't really know what I'm doing. I'm doing like a mixed strategy. Giving up on this. Okay, yeah, that's confusing to him. Huh. Here we could polarize, definitely. 9-10 definitely is polarizable. 8-4 is not. Let's play our regular game into a polarizing game. We'll have two sets, two streams. Here we have a monster. we're going to say we made our flush, and I hope you have a flush. I hope you have a flush. Hope you raise. Damn it. Stupid flush board. I guess I dominated all the possible pairs too. So it wasn't too bad. Like, there was nothing with which he had a pair with. Okay, here we're going to play our regular middling pair type of hand. He's making a c-bet. We're going to check raise the turn. But now we have trying to balance our check raising range. He's saying he has a king. Does he have a king? He doesn't have a king. Yep, this is good. This is pretty good. Okay, start fresh. Maybe we should be cutting our teeth on this polarization thing down lower stakes, but we have a middling hand. Going to be bluff catching. Or should we check raise here? We're going to protect our middling hand. And if he makes a large bet, we're going to have to call. Okay. We're learning. It's gonna be some rough patches, but we're gonna be improving our game. And not call there, huh? Okay. But we want to induce that kind of bluffs. But I think we've changed his range enough where he's no longer this is polarizable. He's no longer betting as a bluff there with that sizing. Let's make a pot-sized bet here and have him vote it. That's our polarization there. We mean business here. Do we protect our checking range here? Huh. He's made it. Let's see if we could spaz him. Okay. That was fun. That was fun. Yeah, that looks super strong there. A check and then a min raise. That's exploitable. We could do that with some other hands, with air. So that was a little bit polarized there. The point is, you're just thinking in terms of polarization. This is a completely middling hand. We're gonna have to play our middling hand strategy. We're checking a lot. We're gonna float. And we're gonna check raise the turn. We're just going to check raise the turn. Yep. No, this is so sweet. This is so sweet. This is really, really sweet. And I don't think I should be streaming this because this is really good stuff. I know our results don't show it, but we're playing a different type of game. We really are playing a different type of game. If we're going to get better, we're going to have to get good at this. And we might have a rough, growing path. Alright, this is definitely polarizing. Question is, what do I do here? Are we just going to call all the way down? So he knows his ace high is good, and it's hard for me to rep either a 4 or a 10 or a king. So good on him. I'm not going to be repping an ace. That's really good. I'm reading his hand a lot better. At least I think I am. I have top pair. He's most likely going to check this, but I'm still going to check. I think we're going to check raise here. So now the king is on board. Do I want to let him drop the king? Yeah, that was great. That was really great. That was so super sweet. Mostly we're going to check these. But now I could bet the ace. Credibly. Overbet. Good read on me. Ah, he has a heart. So I really should just get it in. But I don't have any equity. So if I had equity there, I would re-raise him. No, this is good. He's playing fine. I like it. I like it. I'm willing to spend a little bit of money and lose to him and pin our skills to each other. Looking for polarizable hands. You should check. He's going to slow down here. And then I'm going to bet river. Interesting. Okay, he caught up. If he had air, he would have folded. No, that was well played. And catching up with the jack is fine. I needed to make it more polarized. That's what it was. Be willing to get stacks in. He's not going to c-bet this. Damn, ace. Bluff catch. Do I have enough to raise here? Or just call? Maybe I needed to fold there. So, in my learning process, I am hitting some rough patches, and that's just the way it is. If you're going to be learning, you're going to be going through growing pains. What's the right way to polarize this? Do we raise here and play a polarized range. I think we're deep enough to do this. Okay. We have ace high. We're gonna let him bluff at it. The problem is if he has any made hand, he's got us. So we've got to raise here and see. Okay. Now we're going to really do this, and we're going to shove river. Ooh. Makes a full house. Okay. Looks like we're going to be rebuying quite a bit. We're not going to go on tilt. This is growing pains, remember. Remember that this is growing pains. He's hitting some hands that could call us down in a polarized kind of way. Okay. Same thing, huh? Same kind of hand. No use in betting here. $22. What do I do here? Yeah, we're getting into the meta game. I guess he gives us credit for being trappy enough. So if we're going to trap, let's commit to trapping. Okay. Alright. Let's see if this is polarizable. Four, 5, 6. We're gonna play a continuation bet. Okay. Some of the times we are gonna have to continuation bet when it hits our range. Yep. So it's like we have two avenues. We have a non-polarized line, and then we have a polarized line. Here we have a polarized line. And then we also have a trapping line, which it's difficult to balance all those. stick with it. How do we play this board? Dunk out would not be credible. It's maybe a call down line, but I don't have enough to call down, you know. Now I have enough to call down. We're going to pay him off. We decided that we're going to pay him off. Yep. We're showing you, we'll float you. You can't rep the jacks. Let's do a polarized rep. We have a 6. Okay. Now we're going to protect our 6 because we do have to play these middling hands and protect it. If he makes a large bet, I think we're going to have to call again. Okay. Well played, sir. Middling hand. So, that's very frustrating. To turn our hand into a bluff, and to fold out equity. I think we played it fine. Okay, right now I don't know how to balance the middling pair of hands. Like I'm just letting him catch up, right? And then he's just going to bet when he has it. And he's not bluffing at it. Because I'm trappy enough. There has to be some theory about that. How do we get him to bluff more at it? This is definitely a check raising situation. Check folding.
over betting. Gonna make a donkey call. Yeah, he's not bluffing right now because he doesn't have to. So we're gonna exploitatively fold when he bets river. So that's the adjustments that we make. Just gonna go to river and fold. It's not working. So let's make our adjustments. Time to make our fast do or die adjustments. Because if we're going to become a tough opponent, we're going to have to change our entire way of thinking. Sure, we're polarizing our ranges, but we're not playing our middling hands very well. And we're calling too much. We're just going to refuse. Here we have air. He should call. That's good. 3 jacks now. I think we better give up. Nope, we're gonna do it without air. Like, what does he think we have? With absolute air. But he did not want to get into a meta game. King high. If he bets, we're gonna have to fold. King jack. Those are the lines we're taking. That's the tone of the tournament, or the session. That's the tone of the session. Okay. Middling hand. How do we play the middling hand? We could, of course, fold. But we're going to try dunking. Okay. Guess that's not working. Do we dunk again? least we made our dunking hand. All right, let's get our bearings. This is learn by fire. We have to find a way to play our middling hands here. You know what I'm saying? We can't just be not protecting our middling hands and let them catch up. So, balance, balance, balance. Don't know. Don't know how else. Do I do a dunking range here? What am I dunking with? Air and middling hands? I'm just counterfeited. Now I only have a middling hand. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Hi, Jinbao. I might face a 3-bet here because my frequencies. Okay, see if we could polarize this. Can't. Check vote here. Polarized. Polarized, baby. He might fold. Ten is a perfect card. Huh. That's the trouble with the middling range. But he's betting the strength of his hand. Poker. It's a head game. How do I get inside his head? Right there he bet a middling hand with a middling size. He's playing, his betting size is his hand strength. Let's think. Let's use our head to think. This is a pure steal. Yeah. Ace high. Now I have a gut shot. Middling hand. That last move, as long as you don't do it too often, it is fine. This makes it difficult for him to call. If he had air. So I am going to have to bet the middling hands. This is a check raise all in situation. Raise me. I haven't limped before. Thought he was going to raise me. Queen high is going to be good a lot of the times, so we're going to call. The only thing that beats us is a king. Yep, nice. So he's not betting as a bluff a lot of the times, because he really doesn't have to. Polarize. Doing a polarizing range, and we're going to try to get it in. There we go. Bet. Good. That's the kind of polarizing range we're talking about. That is all set up with the polarization. We're always going to float. And here we're going to make a bluff at it. Okay. So that bluff did not work. Can't be bluffing there. Yep. If you bluff, you're gonna have to just go with it, but the timing and the rhythm wasn't right. So it was fine to make one stab at it and give up on the rhythm. I see. Just realized something. It isn't so much that full flush was talking about 10 deuce. 10 deuce when you hold nothing. In nothing versus nothing situations. How do you go about it? Like if he has something, that's one thing. Right? If he has something, that is one thing. But how do we get into a nothing versus nothing situation? We're gonna have to 3-bet a lot, right? So we could get into I think I still have a lot more work to do on my game, because if we're going to get into nothing versus nothing, yeah, I have a lot of work to do on my game. Because if we want him to be going in with nothing, then that's kind of a different game than this middling hand and polarization situation. You know what I'm saying? Nothing versus nothing situation. Gotta rethink this whole thing. How do we get into a nothing versus nothing situation? Definitely going to be bluff catching here. Balance, balance, balance. How do we balance this hand? How do we win this pot from here? I don't think you can steal this pot. I think we're just gonna have to go down to showdown. Ace high. What beats us? A 9, an ace.
不用吃早餐了。不用吃早餐了。哦，我要洗碗。两个都写完了。可以的话，手抓心。They're just going to chip out the skin and then the inside. And they know what to do. They like to see. They don't want to eat the shell. It's okay. Shell can be their bedding.
Okay.